Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough. I'm here with Steve outside Old Trafford, 0-0 against Hull City today. Another draw at home, another 2 points dropped at home, another occasion when Manchester United have had a chance to close the gap on the teams above us, and we've failed to do so. What is wrong with this team, Stephen Howson?
I don't know, mate. You tell me what do you think's wrong with this team?
Bottle jobs at the moment, to be honest. I think in the last 3 years, the mentality of this team has weakened so much that whenever we're given an opportunity to actually do something, this team reminds me of Arsenal. Over the last 10 years, you say about Arsenal, yeah, they play good football, but when it comes to the crunch, they can't do it. And then at the end of the season, when there's nothing left to play for, they'll turn it on again. And that's how it feels at the moment with this team. Like, when we need to perform, when we need to get a result, we can't do it. Jose Mourinho has got us battling to the last minute. He has got that into it, but we're just not ruthless enough. We're not nasty enough.
Do you know what sticks in my mind when I think about today's game and the way it stuck out and all the rest of it is, as we was walking over, me, you and my dad, you said, I think we're going to bottle this. You said, yeah, you said, I feel
predicted
like
we'd win today.
I did, and I was sticking by that. I said an early goal would be really key, but I still thought we had enough. I thought it was going to go very similar to the way the Wigan game went. And, maybe if Fellaini doesn't score that at the end of the first half, the Wigan game goes exactly the same. But what's different between this and Louis van Gaal? Because what I see quite often really teams. Let's not play any games. When Stoke came here, that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen. That might have been worse. They couldn't find a pass to save their life. They was just oofing it away from their goal and then resetting and just allowing us to come at them. And what did we do? We didn't do anything. We didn't have the ability to do anything. And I can't work out why. Why is it? We saw it all last season with Louis, and we're still seeing it with Mourinho, right? So it's probably not the managers, because they're two different guys, but the thing is constant. Now, I spoke to some of the lads as you was doing the fan cams before, and I was saying to them lads, what's the difference between this and Louis, these draws? Because we've had 9 now, and we had how many last year? It was more 0-0s, I guess, under Louis, but ultimately it's the same thing. You still only get a point for him, whether it's 0-0, 1-1 or 2-1, isn't it? So what's the difference? Is the difference because we've got players like Zlatan, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, that we are actually able to get another goal in there? That maybe stopped getting so many draws. But what's the rest of them doing? Ultimately, the results are the same. So what's the difference? Why are people happier to accept the draws under Jose Mourinho, but not under Louis? Because actually Louis could beat the top 6 teams.
We feel it is a little bit better this season as a whole. We feel the football's a little bit better, so we're accepting that maybe it'll take a little bit longer to get us playing and get us back to the top. But I do agree in the sense that results at home, I've been crying too, Steve, nearly. That's what they all say. First time I've smiled all day as well. It's
sorry,
today.
Klopp, I'm stealing your lines, aren't I?
I see the performance, and I look at it, and I'm sat there thinking, Michael Carrick's gone off. What have we done now? Why has Rooney come on? How are we going? And I see Zlatan dropping deep. Where's the instruction telling Zlatan to get up top?
Right, yeah, all right, on Zlatan. There was a couple of times I was looking up and I said to the old man, like, Zlatan playing holding midfielder, Zlatan playing playmaker. There were so many times that there wasn't anybody actually leading the line. And is that a problem that we've got when Zlatan plays? Because he doesn't lead the line. Rooney doesn't lead the line, so you can't say play Rooney there. And then when we brought Rooney on for Carrick, I thought, cool, because Carrick's not really having to do a lot because Hull don't want to play football against us. So there's nothing for Carrick to do. You might as well keep it as a midfield. You might as well just leave Rowe Jones at the back and everyone else bomb forward, because that was kind of what happened anyway. But we still can't break him down. And when you've not got a guy leading a line, he's coming and occupying the space. We made Tom Huddleston look like Pirlo today, and I don't know how. I mean, it's easy for a guy who's defensive midfielder when he's got 11 players all around him within 5 yards of him. Teams come and they sit in front of their own box and they just block it off. But why can't Manchester United, why can't players of the level and ability of Manchester United overcome that? Why don't you see City getting frustrated like this? When City get done, it's usually on counter-attacks and it's set pieces and all the rest of it. You don't usually see them shut out like the way we get shut out. And it's happened. You could even argue it happened under Moyes with the Fulham game and the 80-yard crosses. That was the same thing. What is it? Something in the mentality of our players? It's something in the ability of our players that you're able to shut them out in a way that other clubs don't get. You see Arsenal cocking it up by them losing points and losing games, but you don't ever see them being able to just not score the goals like that, do you? I mean, our goal scored is, for want of a better word. I was happy with the Rooney substitution. I was happy with the Rooney substitution. Like I said, Carrick wasn't doing anything. And when Zlatan's played with Carrick behind him, they've looked decent. Because between the two of them, generally, someone gets ahead of the ball.
Should we not be replacing Carrick by now? When Carrick doesn't play, United don't play.
That's a broken record, mate. We've said that for how many years? That was a priority under Fergie that we didn't address.
Marshall plays well at the weekend, don't play today.
There's a lot of people I've seen already on Twitter saying if Marshall plays, we win the game. What crystal ball are you using, boys? I mean, I was happy with that lineup. You was happy with that lineup. It made sense. The introduction of Rashford was an injection of pace and the injection of the sort of urgency that Rashford's got. Do you know what? Rashford tonight at times looked world class, and then at times looked like an 18-year-old playing for Manchester United, which is basically what he is. But there was mistakes from everybody. No one had a great game. No one was completely dog shit, but there was mistakes from everywhere. You see, Pogba manages to keep the ball in just. Daley Blind knocks it out. You see Mata go close, keeper pulls a worldie off the line. I mean, we can talk about the wounded soldier routine there from Hull. I mean, I can't blame him. It's gamesmanship. Frustrating, though. I've never wanted to murder someone as much as I've wanted to murder watching all them going down.
What about the ref? I wanted to murder him today.
The refereeing, mate.
Well, I think the ref was bad. The ref was shockingly as 95% of the referees that have walked into that ground this season.
It's not
but
just us as well.
I think the frustration for the referee was amplified by the performance as well. And I think it was a mixture of both. Pogba scores in the first half, we win 3 or 4-0. Mata scores at the end, we win 1 or 2-0.
Yo, there was 2-3 times Zlatan was in the area one-on-one, and he either doesn't.
Oh, it was in the area today then at some point.
It was in the area at some point, yeah, not just at corners. Rashford pulls it out of the air with one of the brilliant touches as we've gone in behind, and then it's the weakest shot he's ever produced. And that was just epitomising of the game, mate.
Can United not take the pressure?
Where's the evidence to suggest we can? Where is the evidence? There's no evidence to suggest that we can.
Are we a cup team this season?
Maybe we are. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't win the cups. How embarrassing is that going to be?
I would have taken a victory over Hull tonight and gone out of the semi-final, to be honest.
But this is where it's about. This is where the rubber's about to meet the road, right? Because February is a busy month for us because we're still in every single competition. We've got Europa League, we've got FA Cup, we've got the League Cup final. You've got a lot of football to be played in February. Some of them are league games. And do you know what? It's not doom and gloom because 3 points with everybody else dropping.
Doom and gloom,
we're going to catch up on Arsenal probably.
We're still 5 points off second spot.
Yeah.
But
it was going to be a win.
When you drop points at home here, you don't go into the Leicester game thinking, oh, we just closed the gap a little bit. We're going to stroll in here and we're going to knock Leicester out the park. You go into it thinking, oh my God, we just dropped points again. Now we have to beat these lot. And you've added that pressure onto your head.
And they're definitely going to turn
it's
up
a
as
little
champions.
It's a little bit like Pogba's dancing. Like this 0-0 today, it's like Pogba's dancing. I'll tell you how, lads. I'll tell you how. I know you're thinking, what the hell is Adam going on about? Pogba's dancing. It don't matter if you dance, Pogba. You can dance all you want. But when you don't perform and you don't get your results, that's when the hits the fan. Same with the draws at Hull, the draws against Everton, the draws against Liverpool. You can take one of them. You can take a draw at the Britannia, at Bet365, whatever the hell it's called these days. But then everything, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm lost,
man. Try and say. I know what you're trying to say, mate. You're trying to say, if everything's going right, dab your heart out, mate. No one cares. I'll enjoy. I'll clap you dabbing. I'm happy for you. But when it's not going right, the pressure is on, and maybe there's a bit of pressure on everybody.
Come back to things like that because I know it's a little bit petty, like, oh, you're dancing and that you're not concentrating on your football. That's not the case. Dance all you want, but please perform on a match day.
I think the dancing just shows that there's a bit of a good team spirit there, to be honest.
All right, man. Player ratings time. This will be fun. David De Gea is the only one that performed today, I guess.
He got beat at one point as well, didn't he, today? I mean, how bad would it have been if that actually had gone in? David De Gea didn't move.
What does he get out of 10?
5.
I'd give him a 6, and he'd be the highest rating player of the whole team. Valencia can't cross his legs sometimes, but he's good, isn't he?
Defensively, yeah, he's fantastic. There was a couple of times he really bailed us out today when other people had put us under pressure. But again, going forward, he looks like he's under Louis van Gaal's instructions again, where everything's an inside 45-degree pass. Whereas the Valencia that likes to beat a man, he gets opportunities and he gets in a box.
I asked for a player rating, would have done him one word.
This is what you're getting. You're getting a moan about every single player. 5.
Jones. He was our best player, probably.
He was, and is that the injury now for him out for the rest of his season or what?
Is he injured for the rest of the season?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Is he?
Probably.
7.
Rojo.
Rojo looked like Ronaldo, didn't he? He was the only one that could beat a man today. Why is he centre half beating men? 7.
Daley Blind. Where was Luke Shaw today?
Daley Blind had a real mixed bag of a game because at times his delivery was great, at times his defending was great, and then at times it was just sloppy. 5.
Carrick. Yeah, does he even get rating when you get dragged off at half time again?
Well, did he get dragged off? I don't think he got dragged off like he did against Liverpool, where he was being targeted. I think this is different. I'm going to say 5. Didn't do anything.
Herrera. I thought Herrera was, again, his energy was amazing, all that stuff, but again, quality wasn't there.
Defensively, he's fantastic, isn't he? But I think there is a lack of quality with him in the final third. His
Number?
delivery at time, 6.
Pogba.
6.
Some of Pogba's passing was immense, but then some of the other stuff was just.
Some of his defensively, I mean,
Zlatan.
Statman David.
Zlatan gets a free from me today, you know.
Pogba can play as number 6. He's just not got the defensive capabilities. He might have to ping from now.
Zlatan.
5.
If he gets that much. Rashford.
6.
Rashford gets a 6 from me as well. Who's the other one? Mkhitaryan.
Thought that might have been his worst game since the derby. Really ineffective. 5.
It's funny that, because I thought he was one of our better players in the first half. You know why? Because I thought there were times when we passed the ball and everyone would stand there looking, oh, is the ball coming? And then he'd be the only one that would be like, oh shit, lads, we're going to lose the ball if I don't move and go and get that right now.
I thought he was weak.
Overall, what does Jose get actually?
I don't think Jose did anything wrong. I've seen people moaning about the substitutions, but I agreed with Rooney. If Jones was injured, what else can he do apart from swap him? And then Matter on for Mkhitaryan, who I thought was poor. I agree with the sub. So Jose gets near enough full marks. I mean, there's some people saying, oh, we should have had Fellaini on the bench. When did Fellaini suddenly become the saver? We don't want to be that long ball team. We want to be able to beat, and we should be able to beat teams with football. But not I mean. It's
All right, Steve's never going to give a rating. You guys get your rating for Jose Mourinho in the comments below. Me and Steve are going to get out of here now.
Tell me in the comments, what is the difference between Louis van Gaal and Mourinho? And is Mourinho being excused because everyone wants him to be good rather than, everyone was a bit pissed off with Louis by the way it ended? Because I actually don't see much difference in this performance to what we saw under Louis.
But I need to say something on that. Maybe this performance, but the whole thing has been a lot better.
It is better, but this
right.
one in particular.
You can keep talking, but I'm off.